It's a massive hit. Welcome to New Sky TV. Today's spotlight belongs to Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen. Who would have guessed that Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen's third collaboration would instantly skyrocket to the top of the popularity charts? Even more remarkable is that the show launched with minimal fanfare, yet managed to completely captivate the audience within just one day. The Hongguo short drama Good Rain Knows the Season, Haozhe, quietly premiered at 12:08 a.m. on August 14th. Unexpectedly, within just 24 hours, its popularity score on the Hongguo platform surged to 84.85 million, paid views surpassed 100 million in just 16 hours, with the first day total landing between 140 million and 170 million. Yet, what truly hooked viewers wasn't just the numbers, but the fact that this marked the third time Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen were teaming up. Their previous collaborations had already built up significant anticipation, and this reunion showcased even stronger on-screen chemistry, while the pacing kept audiences binge-watching episode after episode. Adding another layer of buzz was the involvement of screenwriter Ye Feiye. This raises the question, is the success due to the powerhouse pairing of Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen, or did Good Rain Knows the Season simply nail the elements that satisfy short drama audiences? Was this viral hit a fluke, or does it signal a new trend? Was the show's meteoric rise driven solely by the third collaboration or of its leads? Viewed within the broader short drama market, isn't the most intriguing aspect the fact that it perfectly taps into shifting audience tastes? Public reports indicate a prior, high-profile dispute between Ye Feiye and Guo Yuxin regarding the promotion of Chen Qiaowan, with media coverage focusing heavily on promotional timing and collaborative friction, which arguably created one of the biggest pre-launch talking points yet. The most dramatic twist of all is this: despite such tension off-screen, the show casts them as adults finding their way back to each other after enduring past trauma. Doesn't that stark contrast make viewers even more curious to click and watch? Looking at the plot itself, after facing betrayal in her marriage, Shisui doesn't get mired in endless arguments. Instead, she chooses to leave her familiar life behind and head to Dali to rebuild herself. Isn't this approach, avoiding melodramatic cliches, more likely to resonate with ordinary viewers? Song Jiji, played by Wang Haozhen, is not your typical perfect CEO either. He is a medical professor who has weathered life-altering setbacks, suffers from hearing loss, and possesses a reserved personality. Isn't this kind of wounded character exactly the type that modern short drama audiences are increasingly drawn to? Feedback from overseas viewers highlights their chemistry, the slow-burn pacing, and the cinematic quality of the Dali scenery. Some even note that despite the leisurely pace, the story is addictive enough to keep them binge-watching. Doesn't this suggest that the notion of short dramas must be fast-paced is becoming an outdated stereotype? As for why the third collaboration between Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen still generates such anticipation, is it merely because fans are rooting for the on-screen couple? Their 2025 project, National Husband Brings You Home, established a strong impression on the audience, and subsequent collaborations reinforced that familiarity. By the time they reunited for the third time, viewers no longer needed to adjust to their dynamic. The rapport was already there. It's like a real-life friendship. The first meeting requires getting to know one another, the second builds rapport, and by the third, a mere glance, a pause, or a soft-spoken word allows the audience to intuitively grasp the underlying emotions. Isn't this sense of familiarity one of the most difficult to replicate competitive advantages in the short drama market? Furthermore, public data shows that Guo Yuxin has maintained a high profile in the short drama sector recently, and the overseas reception of Good Rain Knows the Season confirms the enduring appeal of their pairing. When viewed together, these facts offer far more insight than simply fixating on raw popularity metrics. To me, the real takeaway here isn't about who won or lost, but rather how audience preferences are quietly shifting. In the past, audiences might have sought out short dramas primarily for satisfying comeuppance moments, underdog triumphs, revenge plots, and high-intensity conflict. Yet, an increasing number of viewers are now drawn to stories offering a sense of healing between adults, the gradual unfolding of romance, and authentic emotions, surely a clear signal of shifting market trends. If this trajectory holds, the future of short dramas may no longer be a race to see who can deliver the fastest pacing, the most ruthless twists, or the biggest thrills. Instead, the competition might shift to who can capture character emotions with such nuance and authenticity that viewers simply cannot bear to scroll away. Perhaps the truly addictive quality of Good Rain knows the season lies in what remains unspoken, as two wounded souls find themselves amidst the landscapes of Kangshan Mountain and Erhe Lake. The subtle, shifting distance between them is only just beginning to evolve. What emotional tug-of-war will they experience, and what is it that will keep the audience so captivated that they find it impossible to stop watching? Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.